Jordan Partnership, we're coming to you again. This is our Monday video, and I pray that the last one has been a blessing to you. We tried to recap what God said for our Pastors and Leaders Conference, but I'm excited about today. This is literally the day that the Lord has made, and so we'll rejoice and be glad in it. We do want to celebrate and appreciate Pastor Moore for her anniversary. Those services was, of course, at the Emmanuel Church in Gastonia, North Carolina. Great things are happening with her as well as the church, and so we want to say congratulations to Pastor Moore and all of those that stand by her to hold up her arms, to do what she is called to do in that particular area and abroad. We want to salute our second assistant, Pastor Kimberly Moore. Today, I want to kind of share some nuggets, and this is going to be one of those thought-provoking times to where you're going to hear some familiar things, but when you take a moment to pause and kind of meditate on them, they are going to challenge you. They are going to literally stretch you and stretch the way you think. We're going to ask some critical questions because as we approach the end of the year, we want to make sure that we are not getting ready only, but we will be ready when 2014 gets here. And so I'm going to challenge you with three particular questions. I want you to not just say yeah, I know, but I want you to take a moment and think about these questions thoroughly so that you can come up with a conclusive answer. Maybe it's something you're doing right, maybe it's something that you're not doing right, or maybe it's something that you're unsure of. We want to talk about it today. And so the first question I want to ask you is, are you in the right place? Are you in the right place? Now here's the important thing. I believe strongly that God created Edom before he created Adam. Again, he created Edom, the Garden of Eden, before he created Adam. Meaning, he created the place, then he created the person. So your place is really important as it relates to your purpose and your future. It's important even when God gives the challenge to Elijah and he tells him, go to the brook and there I'll cause a raven to feed you. The place is so important. Calvary, Moriah, the place is very important. Sodom, Egypt, all throughout the Bible, God deals with the importance of place. So let me ask you, with all that God is saying with you, to you, through you, are you in the right place? Whether that's your church, and if you are a pastor, it's not, my question is not just, are you pastoring the right church? Is the building in the right location? As a business owner, are you on the east side and you should be on the west side? Are you in the right place? Examining where you are. In your company, are you in the right place? If you're in school, are you taking classes for the right things? You really have to examine the importance of place. Even people that are in your life, are they in the right place? Should they be over here when they should be over there? Are they friends when they really should be business partners? You have to really deal with place, because if you don't examine that, you can miss a whole lot that God has for you for being out of place. And I always say this when I talk about place, that sometimes you will feel out of place in the place where God placed you, but you have to stay there until he moves you, until he gives other words. So your comfort doesn't tell you you're in the right place. Your cultivation tells you that I'm in the right place. There will be challenges because the enemy has to attack when things are actually going well or when things are right. But your question is, are you in the right place? Are you in the right place? The second question is, are you maximizing who you are as a person? Who you are, and I shared with our church a couple weeks ago that most of us are not what God wants us to be. We're what life made us be. And so when you examine who you are as a person, who you are as a personality, who you are as a gift to others, your ability to love, your ability to sow, are you being the person? Now here's the amazing thing, and you all know Jordan Partnership, I try my best to be transparent because I can't help you if I'm fake or if I'm putting on these facades. Life has not been perfect for me, but it has been purposeful. So I had to examine the fact that I was in a relationship, and at the conclusion of that relationship, I said, God, they didn't love me for me. They only loved me for what I did. And God in prayer said, they could not love you because you didn't love you. I got so consumed with being Pastor Johnasen Pack, being Reverend Johnasen Pack, Minister Johnasen Pack. I've been traveling across the country preaching since I was 17 years old. So this has been all I've been doing for my adult life. And I missed a whole lot of natural things because I was always in church, always in revival, always in conference. Now the amazing thing is, because I was so committed to what my profession was, I lost who I was as a person. And then when you are around insecure people or boring people or yes, even broke people, it limits your ability to do some things because some things you don't want to do by yourself. You want to partner with people, but if they're miserable, misery, of course, it loves company. And so you end up losing who you are as a person. But I want to challenge you that the personality that God has given you was the key to sustaining yourself, your true self, through whatever adversity rather, that he will challenge you to go through. And so I want to deal with who you are as a person, not the gift, not pastor so-and-so, bishop so-and-so, prophet so-and-so, missionary so-and-so, but who you are as a person. Because if who you are as a person is not healthy, then you contaminate what you should be doing as a professional. And so this is why some of us need grief counseling, and counseling is not a cuss word. It is a reality for some of us so that we can get some of these thoughts out of our head. When life sends us a blow and we have a death or we have something traumatizing happen, sometimes we need to pause for a minute so that we can get healthy, so we can help some other people, because hurt people, they do hurt people. And so I not only want to ask you, are you in the right place, but are you the right person? And what I mean by that is, are you the person you're supposed to be? Or did life hurt you so bad that it made you shut down? It made you stop dreaming. It made you stop hoping, stop trusting. Or did church hurt you so bad to where you don't want to be active in church? You just go, or maybe you don't go at all. I want to really challenge you and help encourage you to get back to being your true self, because that's where the fulfillment lies in. So again, the first question is, are you in the right place? Secondly, are you the right person? And then thirdly, are you operating according to purpose? Are you operating according to purpose? Now, strongly, I can say this without reservation. I am doing all that God has called me to do. And to certain degrees, I'm doing more in certain areas or less in certain areas. But I know He has challenged me to preach the gospel, and I'm doing that. I know He has called me to pastor our church, and I'm doing that. I know He called me to pastor pastors and lead leaders. I'm doing that. Even with books, like right now, I'm working on a whole nother book. I've been working and slaving to make sure that we can get these particular books to the world. I am doing my part to make sure I am operating according to purpose. But I haven't always been there. I was just kind of like the song says, I was like a ship without a sail. I was just going through the motions. Whenever life presented me with, that's just how I responded or how I handled things. But when I start figuring out, why am I here? Why does God wake me up every morning? Why does He keep giving me another chance and another chance? When I start asking those questions, I start getting more focused on purpose. So it starts making me examine people, places, and things. It starts making me examine my strengths as well as my weaknesses. It starts making me mature and grow up, because I want to make sure that if I am in purpose, then I'm now called according to purpose, and the best is able to come out of my life. It doesn't mean that I don't have any hardships or difficulties, but what it means is I know if I do go through a storm, it's a storm that's necessary and not one that's unnecessary. So again, let me review, because this is very important. First, ask yourself, are you in the right place? Secondly, ask yourself, are you the right person? And then ask yourself if you are operating according to purpose. Or are you operating according to purpose? If you ask yourself these three questions, I promise you, you will not be able to honestly answer them in just a couple seconds. You might have to take out some time, grab a pen, and have some conversations with your own self. Rationalize or even reason with why you even are in that place, why you are that person, why you are not in purpose. And I promise if you do that, you'll get healed. God will give you some clarity, give you some motivation for your future. And so that's my time to share with you. Mondays are powerful times. Apply the principles. Don't just be hearers, but be doers as well. Remember, one is too small of a number to achieve greatness. And so let's make sure that we grow together, Jordan Partnership. The best is yet to come for us.